What's up, YouTube fam? It's Ron here with your $2,000 fourth stimulus check and recurring stimulus check update, plus your daily news update, including the exciting new stimulus package finalized in the Senate, plus plans for the bigger $3.5 trillion reconciliation package, and most importantly, the number one thing to do for renters out there right now, especially now that the eviction ban has expired. We also have our very hot stock prediction and Reddit buzz for fintech company Square. All that and a whole lot more in today's video. So definitely do not miss the update and stay right there. But first, I just want to say welcome back to all my subscribers. I really appreciate you guys. Hope you guys are doing very well today. For those who are brand new to the channel, my name's Ron. We cover all things personal finance, investing, cryptocurrencies, stock market updates, the housing market, and of course, stimulus check updates and stimulus package updates. So if you have not already, be sure to hit the subscribe button and tap that notification bell. That way you're notified as soon as I release new videos and content. And 2,072 pages. That is a very big bill, guys. That's exactly how many pages are in this new stimulus bill. But seriously, 2,072 pages, that is exactly what the Senate announced Sunday evening after more than a month of writing the $1 trillion infrastructure bipartisan deal. And one of the most excited is Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer, who announced the bipartisan group of senators has finished writing the text of the infrastructure bill. I mean, personally, if I wrote 2,072 pages, I'd probably be pretty excited too. And in a moment, I'll take the procedural steps to make their legislative language the base of the bill here on the floor. He also mentioned that given how bipartisan the bill is, he believes that the Senate can quickly process relevant amendments and pass this bill in a matter of days. Now that news is really exciting as it means that we're probably going to see this done within the week. And like I promised, we'll take a look at exactly how much money to expect from this bill and later how we can expect even more money in the bigger $3.5 trillion reconciliation package. Schumer did note a bipartisan infrastructure bill is definitely necessary, but to many of us, it's not sufficient. That's why soon after this bill passes, the Senate Democrats will press forward with another budget resolution to allow the Senate to make further historic, vitally important investments. We'll talk more about the bigger stimulus package in just a little while. Let's first go through this $1.2 trillion deal that we have here already. What's in this bipartisan infrastructure bill? How much money are we going to get here? We'll answer both of those questions right now. The big part is really some much needed quality of life improvements for us with upgrades to our roads, bridges, rails, transit, and even airports. This one's been a long time coming as White House figures, they show that 20% or 173,000 miles of the nation's highways and major roads are in poor condition, and so are the 45,000 bridges. Some pretty big stuff as well for the sustainability with electric vehicles and the environment. They're going to be installing a nationwide network of plug-in electric vehicle chargers with $7.5 billion from the money. Now, another $7.5 billion would go toward buying zero and low emission buses and ferries, even electric school buses to districts across the country. All those things are well and good, definitely going to make a concrete difference to our day-to-day lives. But this last one is the one to watch, as we'll definitely feel the major stimulus in our pockets. I'm talking about the $65 billion for a nationwide broadband upgrade. Now, it says here that it will improve the nation's broadband infrastructure and lower the price households pay for internet service by requiring federal funding recipients to offer a low-cost, affordable plan by creating price transparency and by boosting competition in areas where existing providers aren't providing adequate service. It would also create a permanent federal program to help low-income households access the internet. That is definitely going to help out with those working and schooling from home right now. Am I right, guys? We'll also probably see broadband plans go down in price to compete with the new broadband upgrade and affordability. And let's not forget about the $600 to $900 in annual stimulus checks that we got for broadband in the third stimulus check package. We could easily see an expansion of that kind of stimulus right here in this stimulus package. We're definitely going to see the Senate fast forward this bill as the infrastructure talks are expected to eat up their precious August recess. We already saw them work through the weekend to finalize the proposal. Next weekend could also be spent in session to continue grinding through the Senate to-do list. With everyone planning to put amendments to the bill, Schumer offered a very simple yet effective warning that senators shouldn't take too long to fight. The longer it takes to finish the bill, he said, the longer we'll be be here. So we'll keep the coverage going in our daily news update videos. Make sure you catch each and every one as updates come out by the hour now. You definitely don't want to miss out. Now, even if they do pass the $1.2 trillion bill, it's still going to have to wait for the even bigger $3.5 trillion reconciliation package, because House Speaker Nancy Pelosi promised that she would not take one without the other. Now, of course, she is thinking about the progressives in the House of Representatives who have repeatedly said that they're not voting until we get both packages in. Representative Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, she reiterated this in her weekend TV interview. She said, "We need a reconciliation bill if we want this bipartisan bill to pass." AOC has some strong backing here, as the Democrats only have a 3-vote margin in the House, and AOC said that the number of progressive Democrats in the House would vote against the bipartisan bill if it does not come with a bigger package. And in her words, in the double digits or certainly more than 3. That $3.5 trillion package holds a lot of stimulus promise for us, and this is exactly where we will see the extension and the expansion of many of the stimulus programs that we're currently enjoying. Both the child tax credit that gives families $250 to $300 monthly checks for each child, and the earned income tax credit that gives individuals $1,000 or more are included in the benefits with the reconciliation bill, and they want to make this permanent or at least last longer than 1 year. There's also a lot of discussion regarding providing additional tax credits for those who do not have children. Then there's also the expansion of Medicare to cover age 60 and provide hearing, dental, and eye care benefits. It also wants to give out a lot of stimulus goodies like paid family and medical leave, universal preschool, free community college, a summer food program for low-income families with kids, subsidies for individual health insurance, and even maybe a 4th stimulus check will get tucked in there. We have a lot of stimulus check proposals on Congress's table right now. Like, you've got the House resolution to end poverty. Now, this covers cash assistance programs, also known as stimulus checks, a minimum wage increase, expanded unemployment insurance, canceling of all unpayable debt. You've got affordable and public housing in there, not to mention free education. So really the motherlode of stimulus if the whole thing or any part of that gets passed. Also, let's not forget about the Automatic Boost to Communities Act. This is that no frills, no fuss, just straight up stimulus checks. We're looking at $2,000 4th stimulus checks right out the gate, plus $1,000 monthly stimulus checks until 1 year after the pandemic. Let's not forget about the one from Representative Ilhan Omar. You've got the Universal Basic Income, also known as the UBI. So Representative Ilhan Omar, she promised a pilot program of Universal Basic Income, also known as the unconditional stimulus checks, within Congress. We're definitely going to see more on all of that in the coming days, so definitely stay updated. I highly recommend subscribing to the channel and hitting that notification bell. That way you're staying in the loop. We've got more stimulus updates coming later in today's daily news update in this video, so stick around. Don't miss the important update about the eviction moratorium extension, and also the #1 tip that lawyers are giving to renters that are facing eviction. Stay tuned to find out about those as well. Stock tip of the day: the stock market seems to be settling down and getting comfortable that the economy will be able to find ways to overcome any type of challenges that may arise from COVID-19 case counts rising. The very popular Reddit forum on retail investment Wall Street Bets is also buzzing, and one of the top names today is fintech company Square. Now, over the weekend, Square, ticker symbol SQ, surprised investors by releasing earnings early and announcing a huge acquisition, Afterpay. Now, Afterpay is a big Australian company that offers buy now, pay later installment services. All of this is getting investors and Reddit excited, and is showing in their share prices. It jumped 10% in just 1 day, let alone a very impressive 102% increase from where it was a year ago. So let's just say you invested your first $1,200 stimulus check into this particular company, you would have $2,400 on this day. Not a bad way to double your stimulus check money, is it? That's what I call making your money work for you. This is definitely one to watch out for. More hot stock tips coming in our future stock market videos. Make sure you catch it, it's coming soon. All right, so with the eviction ban expiring over the weekend, what's next for struggling renters? Eviction lawyers are saying that your first priority should really be for applying for emergency rent assistance. Now, even if you don't get it yet, the fact that you applied can be used in court and may even win your case. Now, I know that there are a lot of people who are out there potentially facing eviction, and even if you're or not, you may know someone who is, so pay close attention because you may be able to keep someone's roof over their head. Now, according to this, if they haven't applied for rent relief, that is priority number one. It gives us an argument in court. We can say this person is in the process of getting funds through an emergency rental assistance program, and if they are accepted, the landlord will be made whole. The judge isn't obligated to take that into consideration, but it is something that we can throw at the wall. We can definitely use all the time that we can get while we're still waiting for an extension of the eviction moratorium. White House Press Secretary Jen Psaki said in the statement, "Our team is redoubling efforts to identify all available legal authorities to provide necessary protections." House progressives are also pushing hard. Congresswoman Bush, Ilhan Omar, and Ayanna Pressley, they all slept outside the Capitol building on Friday addressing supporters and demanding an extension of the moratorium. AOC joined them and talked about the eviction moratorium in her weekend TV interview. Representative Cori Bush, who's been homeless herself, she introduced the Unhoused Bill of Right in the Congress last week. On her Twitter, she said, "I was unhoused and forced to live out of my car with my 2 babies. Today, as the St. Louis Congresswoman, I introduced the Unhoused Bill of Rights, which declares the rights of unhoused people and would end the unhoused crisis by 2025. This is a surreal feeling." Now, this particular bill proposes to permanently end the unhoused crisis by 2025, declare the unhoused crisis a public health emergency, protect the fundamental civil and human rights of unhoused individuals, support historic funding levels, develop holistic health-based and non-carceral solutions to the unhoused crisis. President Biden's calling for local governments to both speed up their rental assistance programs and also to declare their own eviction moratoriums. He emphasized there is no legal barrier to moratorium at the state and local level, while adding that his administration will not rest, nor should state and local governments, until emergency rental assistance dollars reach Americans in need. We talked about all the states and counties doing this and how you can get yourself some legal help and rental assistance. All of that is in our major video on the eviction moratorium extension. Make sure to watch that one after this one. I'll also be sure to drop a link in the pinned comment down below. That way you'll be able to find that video pretty easily. We'll be sure to cover this and all of our other stimulus programs and our daily news update videos coming next. I just want to thank you guys so much for liking this video and for also sharing it with your friends and your loved ones. You just never know how many families you could be helping keeping their lights on with stimulus info, so let's keep our community growing. Join our membership program through that join button right there on the bottom. So anyway, guys, that's all for our $2,000 fourth stimulus check update, recurring stimulus check update, plus your daily news update, including the exciting new stimulus package that was finalized in the Senate today. We cover the plans for the bigger $3.5 trillion reconciliation package, and most importantly, the number one thing to do for renters right now that the eviction ban has expired. We also covered our very hot stock prediction and Reddit buzz for fintech company Square. I hope you guys appreciated all of that stimulus goodness for today. And as always, thank you guys so much for liking the video. Definitely subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell. That way you're the first to know as soon as I release new videos and content. And I'll see you guys on our daily news update tomorrow. Take care and be safe.